Hey guys, what's up? So, I'm currently not home. Surprise, surprise. It was amazing that the last few videos I did, I wasn't home. That was a miracle. But for a good portion of the remainder of the year, I won't be at home. So I thought, hey, what's up? And also for those who are stateside in the United States, Thanksgiving is around the corner. And so I was thinking, the questions of things like, what am I thankful for? And honestly, so let's have some Makgeoli and talk. So, and to be fair, I've had a good amount already. However, I just want to have a nice long talk. And since I'm not at home, I don't have my I try to drink it the way that the guys do in terms of like the bowl and just like, not the bowl, the metal cup with the handle. But I'm not home, so this is nice enough. And for those of you who have not had Makgeoli, it is very smooth and it tastes like it took a little bit for me to get used to the taste of Makgeoli because I like my drinks to be pretty like strong. And and when I mean strong, I mean like I normally like my drinks to be, I guess, obvious that I'm drinking something with a liquor alcohol content in it. And it kind of prevents me from going overboard. Though when I drink things like soju or sake, it's like nice mellow, and normally I just sip it and doesn't have a dramatic effect like when I drink whiskey or tequila. But I've learned to appreciate it, so I can just sip it and just enjoy my time without you know just being relaxed. So that's alcohol talk. And so I was thinking to myself, like, one of the things I'm most thankful for and grateful for is, of course, BTS. You know, and it's not just them as army. We know this, that and it kind of made me remember this because there's a couple of new reactors in the army circuit that I've been kind of curious about that. However, I was curious about it. Sorry, I got distracted by someone was sending me a message and I was losing track of my thoughts. I was curious about like what I can, look, this happens to me when I'm not drinking. But, what was I saying? Oh, there's a few new reactors in the Army circle, and in the stratosphere of Army reactors. And I was watching someone do a reaction recently to the lovely guide to our Bangtan 7 for Taylor's guide. And honestly, that guide in particular has an interesting place in my heart because since I've met Taylor, I met Taylor, and I remember it was still when the guide was under. It was a little work in progress. It was still the draft, and I told her after. Yeah, it was after my interview that I did for the BTS Army documentary that her team, Oreg Explorers, did. And I remember this because I told her at the end, I was like, hey, I thought I would let you know that people really love your guide. And they've been reacting to it, and I know it's in a draft period, but like they still love it, and they've been reacting to it. And then I remember to look at her face because she was just like, "But I'm not done with it yet." And I was like, "I know, but they still love it, and I just want to let you know that you're appreciated." And it just makes me smile and laugh every time. And so every time I see someone like fully enjoy the guide that she did, especially since like I know the reason she did the guide was to introduce her boss to BTS. And I was like totally there for it, and especially after that experience. And that was around the time period where I just started to speak in full sentences, and it just makes me smile that I was like, I just wanted to let you know. And I made a joke with her and her boss saying something on the lines of, I really don't like mirrors, and to me, a camera, or even like this right now, is like a glorified mirror because I can see myself. And, and the things I go through and I face, and I get to a level where I'm okay with it for the guys, because of the guys. And, and especially this year, a lot of things have happened. And I don't want to go down the I don't want to go around about everything that's happened this year because, it's happened. Can't change it. So I acknowledge it, and I push it aside. Things that like Jin has really been helping me with in terms of, revisiting certain things. Like I rewatched In the Soup and Jin's philosophy on life and the album Happy. And then like with all the music that the guys have prepared for us while they were um, you know, uh, in my thoughts, so I should do this instead. But seriously, I was thinking to myself, like, what am I happy for? What am I grateful for? And things that have helped me move forward a little bit instead of just being stuck, because for a short while I was going through a mental cycle and everything was, it was moving forward but yet not at the same time. I felt so stuck, and especially recently around the time where I was like I was like looking and I was like, okay guys, like I need a little help right now. And I was like, I need a little help right now, and I really need help. And then like um Jin and like especially when he did the Lee Jin service, like I am not a master in terms of like fixing things because mine was blocked. I don't know um, if I would be able to fix it enough for it to be shown. But if you haven't seen it, do yourself a great service and actually go watch it. It's beautiful. On Jin, his sense of humor, everything just gives me life. And especially when he was on Jimmy Fallon. And I say it like that because, like, his banter with Jimmy Fallon was his everything. And he was just like, yeah, that type of thing. And his performance of Running Wild. And the parts that they didn't show in like in the clips that are posted on the Jimmy Fallon YouTube page was like Jen doing random like I'm just like you're so cute. um like I feel every single time I miss both Hobie's lives. Like the Weaver's lives that like Hobie has done, I've missed that. And I'm like I mean I've seen, so now I'm like, okay, I've seen clips and stuff, but I want to actually sit down and watch them. Because I've managed to, because before Jen was on Jimmy Fallon, he went live to play a very chaotic gaming session, and it was like he was like, it gave me life, and then he was in his getup, and like he just looked so relaxed, and he was keeping track of the time because he was just like, okay, I gotta go. And then he was on the show, and I was just like, you were just chilling in your room, playing games with us. And then he was like, okay, I gotta go now. And it made me so happy. And I was just like, And I was like, okay. Like, I was just So right this very second, like, I really am grateful for, like, our OT7. And I'm even more grateful for our Jin, for our Moon, because I really needed that album when it came out. And I'm even happier now because I managed to find a CD player, and uh, it's a Bluetooth CD player, and it just makes me so happy because, like, I love literally playing my CDs. Like, I'm pretty sure that other people, which I have no qualms about, you know, they get these as collectors where, it looks pretty. They like having different versions and then everything that's inside, all the, like I said, good stuff. And then, however, if I'm gonna be honest with you, I get multi versions because there has been a time where I've actually burned through a CD. I do that with my DVDs too. I used to buy more than one because I used to play them so much that I would literally burn through it and then it'll have trouble like playing, you know? Um, I was like, well, that sucks. I've done that with CDs. I've done that with DVDs. So that's why I have more than one. And to be fair with you, like with Astronaut, I didn't just have the two versions. I also bought a separate one for, like, I think it was the anniversary of the astronauts, and I got another one. And so there's always one that lives in the CD player, and there's one where it, and then so I always know where an extra one is. And similar, I mean, like, I think, because Indigo I have 3. And vinyl, so 4. It's one of those things that, like, honestly, I always, I find myself drawn to getting more than one. And I'm like that with album versions too, in terms of when I got all of, like, Twin Methods, Soul 7, Persona, like other ones, because I'm always like, honestly, sorry, Deja Devil. Honestly, sometimes I'm a little bit, like, I'm like, okay, I'll try, but occasionally, so if I find that there is I go to the store and I find a different version, or even it's the same version of one I have, and it doesn't cost me an arm and a leg, I'm gonna be like, it's meant to be. I try not to do it every single time because, though sometimes I buy them for other people. I'm like, hey, do you have this? Or, hey, I have this extra card. Do you want it? And so I'm thinking, of doing something. And if in terms of, like, the small little things, I like making things. And so I'm like, okay, well, December's coming. Not just December. Jen's birthday. V's birthday. for those of you who celebrate one of the multitude in the giving season that is December, then just want to, I don't know exactly what I plan on doing. However, I do plan on doing, especially if it's something like with like little keychains about the guys or something just, a little small. Cause like, even if it's like a happy package or a gin package, a V package, a random OT7 package, and I would love to give. And especially since around the corner is Namjoon's documentary coming out, and I can't wait. I can't wait. Oh my god. I'm like I'm so happy and so excited about it. Like, I know for documentaries, theoretically, I think Jin and Tae are the only two. However, it is very Jin and Tae to show their process and their mindsets about their music and things like that without doing a Parker documentary. So I'm not really surprised. And honestly, like, I've heard a couple reactors say this, and I'm gonna be inclined to agree to some point. I say some point because, like, we want them to rest a little bit, And that's one of the reasons why I'm happy in a way that, like, J-Hope is taking his time to, like, showcase his plans, like, immediately. We know he's working on something. I mean, like, we know Hopey. That's why he always says that he is Big J. Like, in that mindset of the J, in terms of personality, he plans, he executes, and he does everything in motion exactly the way that he wants. It may not always be exactly the same, but it's in his mind that he goes. So, but the thing is, he hasn't told us. That's why it's still a mystery. However, like, Jin's been going so nonstop since he was discharged. And even though I love every single moment of it because it's Jin, and Jin has been, you could just tell, Jin has been craving everything that he's showcasing to us. He has been craving wanting to give us everything. And he's just like, yeah, I planned this. Like, he's go with the flow, but yet you could tell that he's just doing what he wants. Even if we want him to rest a little bit. And I'm like, okay, boo. I love you too. Sorry, I have a doggy right here that's trying to be like, love me. And I'm like, I know I love you. And so this was full. Now it's halfway. But honestly, in this, I guess, more thankful season I find myself thinking about. Um, makes me, I really am, like, I'm so grateful for, like, Jin has been proving why he's my alt rocker. Like, I love him. And he's been showing me and telling me, hey, I'm here. It's okay. Like, even it's the most random things. And I'm excited. I'm going to be watching. Okay, so recently I said that I wanted to do like, a full reaction to, I think it was the jacket shoot or something. But then, like, I ended up watching it in Jin's special stages. He showed it in his intermission. He showed some of his stuff, and I was just like, well, I can't share that with you guys because I watched it. And then I was like, okay, like, see? And then I was like, okay, I get it, I understand. But what I haven't seen yet is the Running Wild music video shoot. I'm so excited. Because there were a couple scenes in that video where I was like, Jen. And I love the fact that he did the racing. He went the stories behind that. If you haven't seen, especially during the Mujin service, he actually talked about how the director was like, oh no, I don't want to die. Don't go that fast. Don't do this. I kind of like, I wanted you to pretend to drive, not actually drive that way. And, you know, Jin's like, psh, I don't, kind of like, I don't do things halfway. What are you talking about? And so I was like, okay. Hmm? Looks like our talk's about to be over soon because I wanted to finish it until this was done. But honestly, I want to see that unravel, and Jin has been making, like, his goal for the album was to make us happy, and honestly, I am so fucking happy. I am so fucking happy. I'm so happy. I really am. Because I'm just like, boo. Like, I loved every single. I love that album. And I even more love the fact that I have a CD player again. Because I love listening to CDs. I know I said that earlier, but I just want to reiterate the fact I love listening to my CDs. And even though I'm not home right now, they've been listening to Happy and Right Place Wrong Person on repeat. And yeah, so I'm gonna take the rest of this. So, well, that being said, his brother's over there. So for now, let's continue to be grateful for our 7. And right now, I'm more and more grateful for every single one of them because I'm alive. I'm talking to you guys and I'm able to speak. And honestly, I'm in a lot better place. So I really thank them. So let's continue to support our 7, okay? Stream and do what you can. If you are monetarily able to support them that way, buy an album. If you're only able to like stream and do all the things and just keep supporting them one way or another, it's okay. Just do it, you know? Let's love our 7 together. BTS is 7. Let's love our boys, okay? 안녕.